To get started, you want to match up the ends of your cords and then pull a long enough bit so that you can clip it to your board and make sure it will also fit around your wrist. And then you want to fold a little loop into it and then tie a knot. So you should end up with a loop like that. And once you've got that, you want to clip this to the top of your board. So next you want to arrange your cords in order. So you want your two shortest cords in the centre and your two longest cords on the outside. So first you want to take one of your short cords in the centre and clip it to the bottom of the board. And then for your first part of your pattern, you're just going to work one side at a time. So you want to take the outside cord and go over and pull through. And then under and pull through. So I'm going to do 3 of these at this side for the first part of my pattern. So once I've done those 3 knots, I want to unclip this short cord from the bottom of the board and add my first bead. So I just want to thread my short cord through the first bead and then clip this cord back to the bottom of the board. And then I want to push the bead up into place, and then I want to do another 3 of those knots, just each time working over and pulling through, and then under and pulling through. And once I've done that side, I want to do a mirror at the other side. So again, taking the shortest cord and clipping it to the bottom of the board. I want to do 3 knots like I did there. So over and pulling through, and then under and pulling through. And again, you want 3 at this side. And then like you did last time, take the shortest cord and add your bead. And then re-clip the shortest cord to the bottom of the board again. And push your bead up into place. And then do another 3 knots to seal it in place. And then once you've done both sides, you want to take both your short cords in the centre and add a bead to both of them. And for the next part of your pattern, you want to add a bead to both of your cords in the centre. So you want to thread on your first cord and then take your next cord and thread that on as well. And then you can push your bead up into place. And then you want to repeat what you did at the beginning. You want to clip one of your cords, one of your short cords to the bottom of the board, and do another 3 knots like you did there. And once you've done that, you want to repeat the second part you did, where you just add a bead to one of your cords. And then reclip your cord and push your bead up into position, and then do another 3 knots. And then once you've done this side, you want to do a mirror on the other side. So once you've done both sides, you want to repeat what you did in the centre there, and take both your short cords and add 1 bead to those. And you want to keep repeating these steps all the way down until you've got the bracelet as long as you want it to be. So once you've got your bracelet as long as you want it, you can take all 4 of the cords at the end, and you want to tie a knot to hold everything in place. You want to make sure to push the knot up to where you finished your knots. And then once you've done that, you want to separate your cords into 2 sections, and then you want to tie a knot at the end, and this is going to be your tie on ends. Once you've done one side, you can do the same thing at the other. You want to try and match up your knots. And once you've done that, you can trim and seal any excess. So I'm going to use a lighter to seal, but you could use glue if you prefer. And once you've finished, you should end up with something that looks like this. So you've got your loop start there, and then you've got 2 tie-ons at the other end. And that is your completed bracelet.